2022-ish, 2024. It
Liquidity sweep low.
I got to give the shout out to Coach Paul, right? He's the one that said crude had the potential to be the market of 2026, and
here it is.
There it is.
Yeah.
New highs crude, 95. Okay, crude is popping now.
Wow, yeah, crude's going. Nasdaq going as well. So we got, we're trading it up, man.
Yes, we are. Nice
Look
trade.
at that. Locking in $100.
So we got to 17 ticks of my target. The pivot for crude on the day is 96.53. So I'm going to aggressively trail.
Okay.
So stops at 96.16s now.
Okay, and here goes Nasdaq. Here goes Nasdaq. 809 through these session lows. 807.
Liquidity sweep low.
See if yeah, we're going 25 points right there. Yeah, we're getting this stake. We got crude going. Nasdaq selling.
Mo says the real question is, are we living in a simulation? I try not to think that way. I've seen the Truman Show. He went crazy. So just take every day as it is.
Bearish iceberg detected.
Do I ever use a trailing stop? I do. Trailing stops on the live account.
Liquidity sweep low. Liquidity sweep. Liquidity sweep low.
All right, I'm flat.
All right.
Plus 142.
Nice work. Nice work.
Nice trade you got going on here as well. I think there's more room in crude potentially, but we got to within 17 ticks of my stop.
Liquidity sweep low.
This is looking good, man.
Low.
I'm good.
Liquidity sweep.
This here. There we go. I'm out. I'm out.
Liquidity sweep low.
25 points right there. Go. I'm out. I'm out.
Liquidity sweep.
If you don't like that, you don't like live trading.
Yeah,
I don't know what else we're supposed to do.
I don't think you can get better than that.
Liquidity sweep low.
No. You just carved
Liquidity
up
sweep
and,
low. Liquidity sweep low.
Nasdaq.
Good job.
Yeah.
Good job,
Is that
team.
not worth the like? Come on.
I mean, I think so. And we got the top of the hour coming up in just a little bit here. Shanghai session hasn't even opened. Shanghai is moved back with the daylight savings time. So Shanghai open is now 9:30 Eastern time. So let's see if we get some volatility at the top of the hour here.
Let's do it.
Angie, you were in those trades as well. Nice job. Nice trading.
Yeah, don't forget. Let's see some more. Let's see some better hashtag slow markets. I got a few. Like I said, I want to see some good ones. Because usually, typically how it is traders wait till near the end, and if their trade plays out, then they submit it. But there it is. Links in the YouTube chat. Go ahead and tag me. It doesn't even have to be a trade. It could be your setup. It could be a screen, a monitor, your trade station, something trading related.
That was a nice out in crude because we're back below $96.
I'm happy with that. Out in the Nasdaq as well.
Nice. I mean, hey.
We'll win.
You could be greedy. You could be like, oh no, this has to go to $100, or I could take the money off the table and feel good about myself. Do you guys have any tips for struggling right after taking a payout? I'm getting down on myself. Go back to what was working, JGZ. Maybe if you need to take a little bit of a break. I know there's sometimes the want to fill the hole in the account after taking a payout, but understand that anytime you pay yourself, it's a result of you doing, good work in the account. So just focus on that, right? Don't focus on, hey, I took a $2,000 payout, now I need to fill a $2,000 hole. Just take the next good trade. And if you need to take a little bit of time off, do that as well. Right? The payout should be positive reinforcement. A lot of times traders look at it the other way, where it's like, oh man, now my back's against the wall because I don't want to lose this account. If you think that way, you're going to lose the account. So take a deep breath. You clearly did something right where you're eligible for a payout. Just get back to doing that.
484 for the day. Micros. Yep, Orlando. There you go. That's why I'm doing it. I don't mind. Last thing I want for traders that's tuning in. Remember, we have traders tuning in that's been trading for a very long time. We also have traders that are trading for their very first time. So we have a mix of new traders and older traders, you know. So you can imagine when a new trader comes in, they're like, oh, this person, he trades these minis. He's going for $1,000 days, $2,000 trades in these big positions. They want that, right? Which is exciting, and they chase it. And when they fail, it's very difficult, not realizing the importance of sizing down, trading micros, smaller size, getting base hits, $150, it adds up, and being able to demonstrate that. And I've seen it time and time again. It's like, man, I was able to trade micros, I'm trading well, I'm developing a process, getting those base hits, getting to that payout. And for new traders, I think that's extremely important. And, you know, I'll be honest, traders who've been around for a while, I think that's also very important, myself included. We didn't get to these 800s. Top of the hour came and gone. We didn't really get to those 800s in the NASDAQ. We got gold moving. Gold starting to move a little bit now. I'm going to get into a long here on gold. I'm long gold, 5,009.
We are right at VWAP, but I like it. We just checked those 5,000s. No one wants to sell it down there, so let's see. Oil looks like it wants to just continue to pop here.
I'm looking for a push back up above 10. Let me go retest these 018s. Oh, there we go. There we go.
Extreme to the range. Range to range.
Just buy it and it goes up. All right, time for the third stake here.
Range to range. Put you somewhere 50-20s maybe?
If I have multiple contracts, I'll take one off and then hold to that. But I'm kind of looking for
15s.
Yeah, let's see where we could go. We got to break through these 50-10s first. Got to get out of this consolidation at 07s first. Yeah, we got FOMC on Wednesday. Rollover kind of finished.
Ooh.
Oof, yeah, I'm gonna get Bell. Nope, there goes dinner. It took my lunch. Gold took it. I went from steak to top ramen real quick.
I looked up. I'm like, what chart is that? Oh, that's.
Yeah, that was gold. That was gold. Steak to top ramen in like 30 seconds, and it's gone. Well, we're just gonna pretend that one didn't happen.
Gomez Film. How much size do you want me to trade?
Oof.
I could trade up to 10 minis right now. How much size do you want me to trade? What do you want to see? You want me to see me blow my account on air? We could do that. Just for you.
Yeah, there goes
that
gold.
Was tough in gold.
Oof. There goes the... And it's gone. I still like the longs, man. If I can find a way to get back into it, I'm going to get back in. Now we went down and tapped 5,000 and bounced.
There was a question that I did want to get to. Farkas, I'm looking for some stakes for you, by the way, also. Send me a link for where I can buy some stakes. There was a question.
I'm back in.
Somebody who hasn't gotten a payout can pass a combine. And Knox, I saw your point. It takes you about a month to pass a combine, which I love. If you were passing a combine in 2 days, then I'd be a little bit worried about why you can't get to a payout. But if you're taking a month to pass a combine, you're doing something right. You're learning how to sustain an account over a time frame that you could get a payout in. A lot of times what happens in that case is you put too much pressure on yourself to have to be right, and then you start either choking trades or trying to force trades. Set a daily loss limit that is reasonable. My suggestion, it's going to sound small, but it's Coach Paul's suggestion, and I work with him all the
Bearish
time.
iceberg
My suggestion is
detected.
to start with a 12% daily loss
Order
limit of your
filled.
drawdown. So let's say you're in a 50K account. The initial drawdown on that account is $2,000. Start with a daily loss limit of 240 bucks.
Bearish iceberg
You're going to have to
detected.
start slow. You're going to have to start small, but that's okay. The losses aren't going to feel as bad.
Liquidity
A lot of times what
sweep
happens is
high.
people get to an XFA and they're like, oh man, I can make real money. And they trade all the size that they can trade.
Liquidity sweep.
You want to do
Liquidity.
the opposite right
Liquidity.
now. So
Liquidity.
start slow.
Liquidity sweep
That's the
high.
way to do it. Yep, start slow. Okay, I've added to this gold position. I am now in 3 contracts from 077. See if we get that breakout through these
Liquidity
5
sweep high.
50-10s.
Liquidity sweep high.
See if we go right here, right now. There we go. There we go. Let's find some momentum.
Liquidity
Let's find some
sweep high.
buying in here.
Liquidity sweep high.
Get a spike through these. We gotta get through these 10s though. Just that line in the sand.
Liquidity sweep high. Liquidity sweep high. Liquidity sweep high.
In those 10s, man.
Liquidity sweep high. Liquidity sweep high.
If gold chops me up, then it chops me up.
Liquidity
Will I
sweep.
build more of this position?
Liquidity
Maybe.
sweep
I'm
high.
considering adding another one if we break
Liquidity
through these
sweep
10s.
high.
It'd be like a buy stop at 50.11, 11.2 maybe. We'll see. We'll see how this price action
Liquidity
is.
sweep high.
Top of the hours came and gone, so
Liquidity
got that run
sweep
down
high.
to 5,000. Big rejection. See if we get a push back up.
Liquidity
Now,
sweep
Coach Joe, I'll
high.
be able to scale out of a couple and see
Liquidity
if I can run her
sweep
up to those
high.
20s. If gold wants to break out through these 10s.
No one wanted to sell it below those 5,000s. They had to check and
Liquidity
make sure.
sweep
but
high.
That was an actual test of
Liquidity
5,000.
sweep
That was the first
high.
all day. So yeah, just go to 50-60s now.
Liquidity sweep. Liquidity sweep high.
Why not?
All right,
come on.
Liquidity
All-time
sweep
highs.
high.
All-time highs.
Liquidity
Let's
sweep.
go.
Liquidity sweep high.
Let's get through these 10s.
Liquidity
we gotta get through
sweep
these 10s with
high.
momentum though.
Richard Harris, what are you buying?
Liquidity
S&P?
sweep high.
Just ran over some
Liquidity
sellers.
sweep high.
66.85.
Liquidity sweep high.
What
Liquidity
market are you
sweep
trading? Are you
high.
trading the March
Liquidity
contract?
sweep. Liquidity sweep high. Liquidity sweep.
All right,
Liquidity
come on,
sweep
gold.
high.
It's taking its time.
Liquidity sweep high.
We're in these 10s. 10.6.
Liquidity sweep high.
Can we see 11s?
Liquidity sweep high.
Spot 7.
Liquidity sweep high. Liquidity
Oh, I
sweep
see what I have to
high.
ask.
Liquidity sweep high. Liquidity sweep high.
Struggling here. There's 11s. Can we see momentum?
Liquidity sweep high.
Not seeing much momentum above these 10s. We found momentum at 5,000. Lots of buyers stepped in there. But we're having a hard time getting through these 50-10s. There's some more testing. Come on. There we go.
Yeah, this
There we go.
is
There's some
really
12s.
good.
There's
Yeah.
12s. There's 12s. There's 13s.
Yep.
We see 14s.
Bye bye gold.
Let's go. Let's gold. Alright, no rejection. No rejection. Just get that follow through. 44 ticks.
Liquidity sweep. Liquidity sweep high.
Why are there 2 of you?
Liquidity sweep high.
Two of who?
Liquidity
We have
sweep
2
high.
monitors open. You got Coach J and I.
Liquidity
Seeing
sweep
double?
high.
Seeing
What do
double.
you have to drink tonight?
Liquidity sweep high. Liquidity sweep high.
Come on, let's get through these 14s. Let's get through these 14s here.
Liquidity sweep.
Right, that
Liquidity
candle did close.
Liquidity.
Closed above
Liquidity
those
sweep
50,
high.
So I'm liking this.
Liquidity sweep
You
high.
have to get through that high. You have to get through this 14
Liquidity
level.
Liquidity
Got
sweep.
candle. This 5-minute
Liquidity
candle we
sweep
closed.
high.
Very nice. Break out and then close. So now
Liquidity.
let's see if we get this follow through.
Liquidity sweep high. Liquidity sweep high.
All right, now let's try it. We're trying. 5-minute. This 5-minute chart looks good. Let's get through these 14s. I take profit for 1 or 2 of them on this breakout. Trying. It was a good test. There we go. A little bit more. Let's see it.
Stop filled. Order filled.
There we go. I took 1 off right there. We got 15s.
Let's go gold. Got a 26 lot here, 56 teens that tried to stop the party.
Liquidity sweep high.
Let's get them out the way and we can continue to rally here. Beautiful trade here, Dakota.
Got manage risk. Got to manage some risk right there.
Did that trade out? No, it didn't. They pulled it. Yerson, we cannot help you with an email. Reach out to the support team. See your message in the chat.
All right, let's get
Bearish iceberg
took 1 profit
detected.
already through these 14s. Let's see if we can keep going.
Are they still at 16s?
We're at 50-13. 50-14 right now. 14.
It was like a 30 lot on the offer, which is probably some of the biggest size that's out there right now.
Okay. Do we get to the 700 likes?
Where are we at right now?
I got a couple hashtag slow markets. All right, let's get it.
If we're under 700 likes, just cut the stream right now.
Right now.
Okay, yeah, here's 26 lot, 50 16s. Can get above that. We're at 416. We appreciate you all being here.
Yeah, we could do it. We could do it. Let's get through these 15s. What is it? Come on. Yeah, I don't think there's anybody else. Once again, no one else is doing this, man. We got this. We've been doing this for.
Trade them out.
We've been doing this for a minute. Let's get through these 16s. Can we see 16?
24 contracts there. Just need somebody to buy them. Rips, where you at?
Where you? All right, another push through these 16. And I'll take another contract off. We're starting to hesitate.
43 now. Yeah, they're stacking offers here. 60 contracts between 15 half and 16 even.
Okay, now we're trying to get back through
There we
those
go.
16s again. That 5-minute chart is still looking really well. There we go.
There it is.
Ooh, a little bit slow on that break. That's okay. We'll see if
Liquidity sweep
Get out of this
high.
contract. Come on, get out of there. I was slapping the ask, and I should have been slapping the market order. All right, I'm gonna get out of that one. We're starting to still see something coming to this market. I'm flat, up 129.
Nice job.
Wasn't the perfect one on this pullback, but hey, good. Up 129. Up 129. Orchard says, Dakota, why didn't you mark it out? Because I joined the ask. I just don't like market orders. Unless it's urgent, right? Like you just see me, I got out at market those last 2. But yeah, covered flat. And there we go.
Sir.
We've been live on air, and I'm up 129. Jay, you're up
142.
142. What's a
Is
good
this
wage?
where we're supposed to ask for W's in the chat?
Is that W's in the chat? W's in the chat.
W's in the chat.
W's in the chat. Once we get to that 700 like goal, I will review my bigger trade that I placed during the New York session. Like I say, I don't only post it, I also share my statements and full transparency. The nice thing about live accounts is you can actually see these orders go through your order book. And it's a beautiful thing. W's in the chat. Immortal,
Made $22 intraday. It's better than down 1,200. Absolutely. I'd much rather be down up 22 bucks than down 1,200, depending on the size of the account. Sometimes you got to take a loss, though. Sometimes $1,200 is exactly what you needed to lose. It's measured.
It's measured. As long as it's measured, right? And you're just not. That's not just your max loss limit or something.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, 140 for you, 129 for me, and we've been on here for just over an hour. So it's that realistic expectation, right? And here goes gold. Oof.
Oh, yeah.
That's all right. That little sell-off shook me out, so I'm just happy to be green. Oh man. Oof.
What's the pit? Oh yeah.
We're cooking now, Jay.
I was looking for 50.56 last night.
Stop
That might
filled.
be kind of ambitious tonight because the high of the day so far is 50.2190. But
Order filled.
get off that Russell chart. Gold looking good. Nice trade. But also got to remember that in the past 20, 30 hours, gold has been pretty range bound. Reasonable expectations. Nice trade.
Yeah. And that being said, reasonable expectations. Was having that conversation
Bearish
earlier about
iceberg detected.
micros, right? This is what would satisfy you, right? Obviously, these markets will always leave you unsatisfied because you want more. You can trade bigger size. You see it online. You see traders taking thousands, and just like this, right? I took 129, and if gold just keeps rallying, I'm like, oh, I could have had more. But that's the reality of it. There's always somebody somewhere that wishes they were break even. $129 for
Bearish
hours
iceberg
worth of
detected.
work is pretty dang good in most people's cases. That could easily be a daily wage.
For sure. And shout out to Henrico that I was on air today with JD and Henrico earlier today after fast markets. He is on an 83-day win streak in his XFAs.
Oof, I seen that.
And not every day is a $150 day, right? Some of the days he made 12 bucks. Some of the days he made 400 bucks. It all adds up when you're eligible to take payouts, right? Back to that conversation of, hey, I'm not, when am I going to be eligible for a payout? How many traders have been up $100 and be like, I have to make another 50, and then all of a sudden you're down $600 in that account for the day, right?
Correct.
The market has to facilitate you making money. You can't force it to do so.
Well, on that note, Coach Jay, let's go through some of these hashtag slow markets. I picked two good ones. Traders, make sure you submit your hashtag slow markets before we come to the end of the stream. There's a few submissions, not the best, and then I've seen some come in a little too late, but I'm gonna go through. Here's one of them. AB, consistency is greater than dopamine. Hashtag slow markets. Yes it is. There's that consistency. Love seeing that. Great work. Here we got one more good one. Hashtag slow markets. I am on my
show your screen, Dakota.
Oh, whoops. All right, I'll go back to it. But hashtag slow markets. I am on my 6th week on my combines. $175 to go. Following process over profits. Nice work. Hey, that's what it takes. Just small consistency. And here's what you were saying, Coach Jay, is like, oh, it took you a month to pass a combine. Traders that take longer to pass a combine, once they get into a funded account like an XFA, perform better. Like, you take a month, 2 months to pass a combine, chances are you're going to have that confidence and you're going to perform a lot better than most traders when they get their XFA, because you have the data and the confidence and the practice doing that. And you compare that to someone who passes a combine in 2 days and then they get their XFA and it's like a roller coaster. So great work there. I wasn't showing this, but yeah, there you are, AB. There you are, AB. Consistency is greater than dopamine. You know, $4,200 in a month and not huge size, right? $500 a day, that is big. Relative, not sure what size you're trading, but great work on that one. And as soon as we get to that 700 likes, I will review this. I will show this one. This is my hashtag slow markets. There it is.
Ooh, nice day, nice day.
There it is. So I had two trades today. I had a NASDAQ. I held a NASDAQ short overnight. That did not work out. Minus $4,444.44. It's just weird how that one worked out. I don't know if it was exactly 44 cents, but it sounded nice. And then I had an options trade, $14,258. So for a net $9,800. 700 likes. Like I said, I will walk through this trade. What I was looking at, what I was trading, and yeah, like I said, what you see on screen when I'm on slow markets, when I'm on fast markets, it's the same process, the same way of viewing the markets, top-down analysis, daily, hourly, 5-minute, 100-tick chart. The same way I'm getting in is the same way I trade everything. Obviously, there's little fine details between options and futures spot that, you know, I don't mind talking about, and that's what I'll talk about like as we get to the goals, right? I do this for everybody here. Coach Jay, you're on here. We're trading our live account. We're talking to this. We're answering questions. And the only thing we really ever ask for is support.
Can you take an IOU on the rest of the likes? Is that how that works?
No. Nope. I did that once. I did
Never
that
again.
once.
Never again.
Classic says, is that considered hedging? No, because I was short on both, and this is my personal. It's one account. It's a vertical spread. If you know options, you know what it is. The lockout feature is the best Topstep feature. I agree.
Can you just tell me where to enter and exit? Yeah.
No.
There's an X button on the top of your screen. That's the exit.
There's get out of here. Yeah. That's the best way to exit.
What's up, John?
You entered the wrong place. So exit.
Liquidity sweep low.
We're gonna explain.
Liquidity sweep low.
Iron condor and a
Liquidity sweep low.
butterfly.
Liquidity sweep. Liquidity sweep low. Liquidity sweep low. Liquidity. Liquidity. Liquidity sweep low.
Oh, what trade is that I have on?
Yeah.
Liquidity sweep low. Liquidity sweep low. Liquidity sweep low. Liquidity. Liquidity sweep low. Liquidity sweep low.
Maybe tomorrow I'll explain it.
Liquidity sweep low.
I put on a practice soybeans trade after Coach Hoop said pay attention to soybeans.
Liquidity sweep low. Liquidity.
Should have had that in my
liquidity sweep low. Liquidity sweep low. Liquidity sweep low.
Max size. Right? That's what everybody wants to see.
Liquidity sweep low. Liquidity sweep low.
Get the.
What is it? $300 a tick? Yeah. All right. Ooh, I mean, this is soybean, so it's not gonna move a whole lot.
Liquidity sweep low.
This is a pretty good trade. So legitimately, right? Like, so why did I take a long?
Liquidity sweep low.
Trade? Soybeans had this aggressive sell-off in the overnight session. Oh, sorry, in the
liquidity
hour session.
Liquidity sweep.
Volume is leaving the first 3-minute range to the upside.
Liquidity
same
sweep
flow trade
low.
as like in crude oil.
Liquidity. Liquidity sweep.
About $400.
Liquidity sweep low. Liquidity
Am I
sweep
expecting everybody to
low.
go jump over and trade soybeans right now? Probably not, right? You probably shouldn't.
Liquidity sweep low.
Last thing I want anyone to do is trade an extremely volatile market that is susceptible to halts right now. We saw a limit down
liquidity
move
sweep low.
but the process is the same, right?
Liquidity,
pull up any chart.
liquidity sweep
the Euro
low.
chart right now, and looking at the Euro,
Liquidity sweep low.
It just takes me 30 seconds, right? I just pulled up this chart. Here's
liquidity
the first
sweep.
3-minute opening range.
Liquidity
Volume
sweep
is leaving that
low.
range to the downside. I should be looking for opportunities to short this market, and then I'll find a higher time frame level that would be the target potentially. These 115s down here, right? Trading can be that simple.
Liquidity sweep low.
And it could be any market. Pick a market, Dakota.
Liquidity sweep
Pick a
low.
Pick a number between 1 and 36.
Liquidity sweep.
1 and 36.
Liquidity sweep low.
Okay, we'll do 36.
Liquidity sweep low.
36. All right,
Liquidity
that is
sweep
wheat
low.
futures. So pulling up wheat. If I've never traded wheat futures before, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go to a 30-minute chart first. Actually, we'll go to a daily.
Have a bond.
This is a daily consolidation where we're bouncing off the lows. Go to a 30. We have price trading above the 200 moving average. This market just opened. This is that 30-minute candle from the open. And then I'll go down to a shorter time frame. And if I get a pullback to VWAP, I'm looking to get in long wheat, right? And it can be that simple.
Liquidity
Is it that
sweep
simple all the
low.
time? Sometimes we overcomplicate it, but
Liquidity sweep
how long
low.
did that take? And I wouldn't buy it here in any market. Why? Because we're too far extended from VWAP. But if we got the pullback into
Liquidity
VWAP, then
sweep
that's an opportunity
low.
to buy. I don't know that trade's going to work out, but it's an opportunity to limit risk. Oh my God, is it that easy? Farkas, it could
Liquidity
be
sweep low.
sometimes, you know what though? When you're looking at flow trades like that, to me, it's a lot easier than a market that you trade every day. Whether we like to, admit it or not, Dakota, when you trade the NASDAQ, sometimes you have an opinion when you come into it.
Correct.
Based on a prior trade or whatever it is.
Liquidity
some of
sweep
my best
low.
trades happen in markets that I've never even looked at before because I'm impartial and all I'm reading is the flow.
Liquidity sweep
So when you catch a
low.
market that's moving and you can identify that flow pattern,
Liquidity
then
sweep
it's okay. I
low.
don't know anything about this. I'm just getting in with the rest of the traders that are paid to follow
Liquidity sweep
that.
low.
Hopefully that makes sense. We'll take that practice trade
Let's
off.
trade what you see, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, that's how it is. I'm going to go ahead and review this. We didn't get to the 700 likes, but dude, I just hate not giving this information to the trade. Like, go reviewing it for the ones that actually do show up and like it. It sucks
Liquidity
sometimes where it's
sweep
like,
low.
okay, didn't get the
Liquidity
gold, but
sweep
those that are
low.
actually showing the support, deserve the information and yeah.
Liquidity
Catch
sweep
22 for me.
low.
So anyway, what I'm gonna go
Liquidity
over
sweep.
was
Liquidity
I
sweep
shared
low.
This is what I'm gonna go over on my chart.
Liquidity.
It was my
Liquidity
hashtag slow
sweep
markets. I'm gonna
low.
go over these two trades. My $4,000
Liquidity
loss in the
sweep
NASDAQ,
low. Liquidity
and then the
sweep
$14,000
low.
win on basically the NASDAQ as well. So I'm gonna review this. I'm gonna do it briefly. We didn't get to the light goal in time, so you don't get to the in-depth,
Liquidity
but you
sweep.
get kind of a top-down analysis. So
Liquidity sweep
kind
low.
of a, hey, we didn't get there, but I'll give you a little something. We'll give and take. So what I was looking for last night,
Liquidity sweep low.
we start to zoom out.
Liquidity sweep
And
low.
I held this one overnight, sadly.
Liquidity sweep low.
This, right? We had that big sell-off. We opened up Sunday night. We rallied, and I was looking for this to just be resistance, right? Overnight. And unfortunately, that was not it. I think I don't know exactly when I got in. It was right before I went to bed. I was like, okay, this market's up. I'm going to look for a continuation back down and look for us to go retest, some of these lows around 24,500. It was just one contract, wide stop. We just ripped higher, man. We just ripped all over, like London session and pre-market. We rallied. So that was the $4,000 loss. There's not much to it other than what I was explaining. It was like, okay, lower high, right? We're in a downtrending market. And I was looking for this to be a lower high. I mean, that's simple, straightforward, DBA concepts. Not only that, right? Not only was we making lower highs, the reason why I was so confident was this was a strong level. This is where we ended that Friday. Like, that's a very strong level to be resistance. And we tried, right? Not every trade works out. It was resistance. Sometimes we break through resistance and we went up. Now, after I took that loss, I was looking for something similar. This is during the New York session, because options are only available to trade during the New York session right now on the Qs. Basically the NASDAQ. We came up and we tested this, 24,900s, and I'm looking for this market to have a pullback and sell off to end the day. I definitely was not expecting this market to rally, looking for this market to continue to sell off. And so what I do is I'll zoom in, and during the New York session, I did get into a pretty decent sized short.
Liquidity
right?
sweep high.
I was risking about 50,000 to make
Stop
50,000, and all it was if
Liquidity
this market,
sweep high.
my break-even price
Liquidity
was like
sweep high.
24,900.
Liquidity sweep high.
Okay, if this market is at
Liquidity
this line by the New York session close, I break even. If
Liquidity
the market
sweep
is above,
high.
I think it was like
Liquidity sweep high.
24,950. If its market's above
Liquidity
that,
sweep
it's
high.
a $50,000 loss.
Liquidity sweep
And then
high.
if the market was below, let's say
Liquidity
850,
sweep high.
it was a $50,000 winner. That was the idea of a vertical spread. Just saying, hey, I believe that this market's going to be below 24,900 by the New York session close. I had the option to take profit a couple times, and I was watching this. This is why I said this spike here, it didn't really affect my options.
Liquidity
because
sweep
we
high.
just popped up to 25,000,
Liquidity.
and then we completely sold off, and I ended up taking profits
Liquidity.
down here into
Liquidity
the close.
sweep
I
high.
was going, oh, whew, that was a close one. It
Liquidity.
went from like minus
Liquidity.
20,000 to plus
Liquidity
like
sweep
14
high.
in like
Liquidity sweep
20
high.
minutes, which is insane. So it was the same idea, same concept. Sometimes
Liquidity
there's
sweep
a little bit of
high.
advantage
Liquidity
when it comes to
sweep
options.
high.
Also advantages when it comes to spot.
Liquidity
There's
sweep
always a give and
high.
take with each of them. That was the
Liquidity
idea.
sw-
is
liquidity
playing that
sweep
higher
high.
time frame, looking for this
Liquidity
market to
sweep
consolidate.
high.
You could see how we've stayed inside this
Liquidity
range.
sweep
I
high.
was just playing for a
Liquidity
breakout
sweep
lower,
high.
and I was looking for a bigger sell-off
Liquidity
during
sweep
the New York
high.
session, but it held too well. So there's a little bit of a top-down analysis. I gave it to you guys, even though we didn't get to that like goal.
Liquidity sweep high.
We're at the end of the
Liquidity
markets
sweep
now.
high.
Anything
Liquidity
left
sweep
that
high.
you have to say?
Liquidity sweep high.
Good session, Dakota. Nice trading,
Liquidity.
sir.
Liquidity sweep high.
We self-proclaimed best duo in trading on YouTube. Nice job,
Correct.
man. Nice job.
Self-proclaimed.
Liquidity sweep high.
Self-proclaimed. But hopefully everything we're doing here is
Liquidity
helping you
sweep
with your
high.
trading journey. Again, we'll
Liquidity
laugh, we'll tell
sweep-
some jokes.
liquidity
Never take
sweep
anything
high.
too serious. Life is too short to take yourself too seriously. So if ever I'm commenting
Liquidity
on
sweep
something in the chat,
high.
understand
Liquidity sweep high.
we're just having fun here. So appreciate you all being here. Trade well, manage your risk. We got a long week ahead
Liquidity
of us.
sweep high.
Don't be afraid to take your trade setups, but do so with managed risk. We'll see you all tomorrow.
Liquidity
Awesome.
sweep
Thanks,
high.
Coach Jay. You'll be on At the Buzzer tomorrow. Remember, Braden's joining me tomorrow night for Slow Markets. I will be on at 9:30 a.m. Central, right after Aaron, and we might even have a
Liquidity
special
sweep high.
guest for Fast Markets.
Liquidity
We'll
sweep
see.
high. Liquidity
If not,
sweep.
I'll see you tomorrow night. Take care, everybody.
Liquidity
and
sweep high.
Yeah, thanks, Jay.
Liquidity sweep high.